Welcome back to the DiMera channel. Today is a fantastic day to break down all the jaw-dropping drama heading our way on Thursday, June 11th. Grab your coffee, because things are about to get incredibly wild. Okay, let us jump right into the deep end with Kate and Roman. Just yesterday, Kate looked her husband dead in the eye and swore up and down that she had absolutely nothing to do with setting up Johnny in that bogus Titan lawsuit over Bonnie's stolen manuscript. Well, hold on to your hats, because Kate just did a total 180. On Thursday's episode, she finally cracks and confesses to Roman that she did not just have a small part in it, but she basically masterminded the entire catastrophic setup. Can you believe it? Actually, yes, we can, because it is Kate Roberts. But here's the kicker. Why now? Why confess when she was so determined to lie through her teeth just 24 hours ago? I think this was a huge mistake on her part, but it also shows the immense pressure she is currently under. Marlena's been breathing down her neck, and Kate knows that if Marlena tells Roman first, her marriage is completely toast. Let us be real for a second. Kate has spent decades surviving the most toxic men in Salem. From her legendary cutthroat days with Victor Kiriakis to her dark, twisted history with Stefano DiMera, Kate is a legacy character who operates purely on ruthless self-preservation. But Roman is the ultimate moral compass of the Brady family. He demands honesty, and Kate is fundamentally incapable of giving it to him without a metaphorical gun to her head. A lot of fans think Roman will just forgive her because he always does, but I am telling you, this is definitely different. This involves his grandson, Johnny. Are we looking at the final nail in the coffin for this marriage? I honestly hope Roman kicks her to the curb for a while. She risked Johnny's career and the DiMera and Titan merger just to play her petty corporate espionage games. And you won't believe what happens next, because Roman's reaction is going to be explosive. The psychological toll of constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop with Kate has to be absolutely exhausting for a man of honor like Roman. I predict Roman is going to walk out, leaving Kate to realize that all her scheming has finally left her completely alone. Will she turn back to her dark, villainous roots and team up with someone even more dangerous? It is a classic soap opera, slow burn, and I am entirely here for it. Now, let us pivot to a storyline that is absolutely tearing my heart to shreds. Chanel's malignant breast cancer crisis is reaching a terrifying breaking point. Johnny and Paulina initially promised Chanel that they would blindly support whatever decision she made regarding her treatment while pregnant. That is until Chanel decided she did not want any treatment at all. Chanel had one bad consultation with an oncologist who had a terrible bedside manner, and she is using that as an excuse to drag her feet and avoid the reality of her illness. So, what does Paulina do? She refuses to sit back and watch her baby girl risk her life, aggressively stepping in to force Chanel to get a second opinion. That is crazy, right? But honestly, here at the DiMera channel, we passionately defend Paulina in this situation. We all know Paulina is a massive control freak, but you have to look at her deep psychological profile. This is a woman who survived horrific, life-threatening abuse from T.R. Coates. She fought tooth and nail to build a safe, secure life for her daughters. The mere thought of losing Chanel to cancer is triggering every single protective, maternal trauma response in Paulina's body. She cannot control the cancer, so she is going to control the doctors. Chanel is paralyzed by the terrifying fear of harming her unborn baby, which is completely understandable. But Paulina knows that a baby needs its mother to survive. This dynamic is so raw, emotional, and beautifully human-centric. And while Paulina is taking charge, Johnny is completely falling apart. He ends up venting to Theo Carver, lamenting how incredibly unfair it is that he has to support his wife when he fundamentally and vehemently disagrees with her choice to delay treatment. What is the fun in that? Johnny is a DiMera, and the DiMera instinct is to fix, control, and manipulate situations to their absolute advantage. But Johnny cannot fix this. He is utterly helpless, and it is destroying him. choosing Theo as a sounding board? That is brilliant writing. Theo is the absolute perfect person to understand this agonizing grief. Let us dig into the lore for a second. Theo watched his own mother, Lexi Carver, succumb to a fatal brain tumor back in 2012. He knows exactly what it feels like to watch a loved one fade away while feeling completely powerless to stop it. Theo's deep empathetic connection to Johnny in this scene is a beautiful nod to the show's rich legacy. Alright, brace yourselves, because we need to talk about the absolute circus happening over at the DiMera mansion. EJ DiMera is trying to play Puppet Master again, and it blows up in his face spectacularly. EJ runs to Gwen and drops the massive bombshell that Xander is sleeping with Kristen. Gwen, being the desperate, pathetic mess that she always is, goes stomping over to confront Xander and Kristen. But here is the ultimate plot twist. Xander and Kristen expertly pull the wool right over Gwen's eyes. They gaslight her into oblivion, spinning the narrative so hard that they actually convince Gwen to be furious at EJ instead. And then Xander marches right up to EJ and screams in his face, with EJ screaming right back. I cannot stand this. I am ruthlessly critical of Xander and Kristen here. Kristen is a master manipulator, a legacy villain who preys on the weak, and Gwen is absolutely the weakest link in Salem. Gwen's desperate, toxic need for love and validation stemming from her abandonment issues with Jack Devereaux makes her the easiest target for a classic gaslighting operation. She wants to believe Xander cares about her, so she willingly ignores the giant red flags waving right in front of her face. And Xander? He is nothing but a brute playing way out of his league. But let us talk about EJ for a moment. EJ's arrogance is his fatal flaw. He thought he could just drop a bomb and walk away clean, but he completely underestimated Kristen's sociopathic ability to twist reality. As the voice of the Chad DiMera channel, I have to say, EJ brings this entirely on himself. Chad would never be this sloppy or reckless. EJ is so obsessed with protecting his failing Versavix lab and his dark secrets that he is making careless, impulsive moves that put the entire family at risk. This screaming match between Xander and EJ is just the tip of the iceberg. We are looking at a full-blown war. Xander is furious, Kristen is actively plotting EJ's demise, and EJ refuses to back down. I predict that Kristen is going to use this exact moment of chaos to accelerate her deadly hitman plot against EJ. And where does Gwen fit into this? She is going to be the collateral damage, as always. What do you guys think? Is EJ going to lose his grip on the DiMera Empire? Is Xander actually dumb enough to pull the trigger for Kristen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This cliffhanger is setting up a massive summer of betrayal, and we will be right here at the Chad DiMera channel to cover every single second of it.